Season 5 of Black Mirror is not the worst season, it's just not up to par with the previous 4 seasons. In fact, it really feels like Black Mirror and more like some other sci-fi anthology show. Most of the time it's lacking in its signature bleak, depressing tone. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I hate happiness. In fact, I like how recent seasons have experimented with more upbeat episodes. I love the variety, and it makes the ones with downer endings have more of a punch. But now it might have lost what made it stand out. Now, first let me say that I love Black Mirror. It is a very creative and thought-provoking series with great satire on technology. While some episodes are better than others, I don't think that there was any that I straight up dislike, including this season. All these episodes would have probably fit into a more traditional season, often as a change in tone, but together they just don't feel like Black Mirror. But they are still good enough to run in this golden age of television. The first one is called Striking Vipers. It is about a family man who reconnects with a friend from high school, and they bond over a new fighting game with an extremely realistic virtual reality system. And then things take a turn. This is by far the most bizarre episode of the season. When I was over, I couldn't decide whether I liked it or not, but after thinking about it, I think it was my favorite of the three. It has a, let's say, intriguing concept and a unique insight on friendship. It is a very strange and possibly awkward episode, but it's also a very thought-provoking sort of love story, but sort of not, that is still worth watching. Next is Smithereens. A rideshare driver kidnaps an employee of a social media company. This is probably the closest that the season has come to a classic Black Mirror, despite being more of a crime thriller with a hint of Coen Brothers. However, the plot isn't the best, and it can feel preachy at times. The satire on social media being too addictive is kind of weak, but I've read IMDb reviews while writing this that say that the point of the whole episode lies at the very end and is more about human apathy. That is actually pretty well done, but overall this is still probably the weakest of the season. Not bad, but not particularly memorable. And so that must place the last one in the middle. Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2 is about a teenage girl who gets a robot toy based off of her favorite pop star. This is happening at the same time that pop star, who is played by none other than Miley Cyrus, wants to change her image, but her recording company won't let her. And these stories eventually intersect. This is the black sheep of all the episodes, with responses being pretty negative. And for most of the episode, I couldn't tell why. The plot was interesting, the robot was endlessly charming. I really liked how it was obviously trying to parallel Cyrus's own struggle to escape her Disney Channel image, and to give some interesting insight into the music industry and how fake much of the pop music image is. So, why the hate? But then, at some point during the climax, it finally hit me. This was basically turning into a kids' movie plot, like something that might have actually aired on the Disney Channel, except for the more mature themes on music and, of course, Hannah Montana's potty mouth in many certain scenes. But it's still a teenage girl meets Pop Idol and goes on an adventure kind of thing that you may expect from those kinds of movies. But it's not nearly as cheesy as many Disney Channel movies. It is flawed, but I think it's probably the most fun of the three. Maybe fun isn't what you'd want from Black Mirror, except for maybe USS Callister, but that's what this is. Some people will hate it, but once you accept it for what it is very enjoyable. So it is different from the previous seasons and not as good, but if you ignore them and accept it as its own thing, you'll probably enjoy yourself.
Congratulations, sir! You have just given me
my 10th subscriber.
Great. What do I win?
nothing! Now get out!
What?
Get out! Everybody get out! You're spoiling me moments!